and thank you so much for coming back to my channel. So this is the first official video in my Rediscover Your Stash series, and I cannot wait to share the projects that I'm going to be doing for this series. It's so exciting. I am so determined to work my way through my stash this year, and it's not that I'm on a spending freeze, it's just that I want to use the gorgeous, beautiful things that I have purchased and not used yet. And I think it's just looking at it in a new way, shopping your stash through new eyes, and discovering things that you forgot you had or that you can use in a new, different way. So I hope to inspire some of you to do the same in your stash. And in today's video, we're going to be starting with this Botanical Garden collection. And this is by Cartabella. I want to, of course, try to kill this entire collection. So let me show you everything I have here. I did purchase this last year, but it is still available on scrapbook.com. So I'm going to link it below so you can go over and purchase it. It's perfect for spring, into the summer as well. So let me open this up and show you what's inside. Okay, so here is the collection. And if you get this collection pack, which I am going to link below for you, this comes with 12 by 12 double-sided papers and a 12 by 12 sticker sheet. But of course, when I order from scrapbook.com, I get some extras every single time of like my favorite sheets. And then I also, when they are available, I purchase the ephemera packs. So I got the ephemera, which are all these gorgeous pieces here. And I got the frames and tags. And I'm so excited that all this is still available. So again, if you fall in love with this paper like I did, you can go over and get some for yourself. So in here, I have, of course, you know, what comes in the pack. And then I think I added a couple more sheets that I ordered individually. So look how springy and pretty this is. And Cartabella paper has like this unique texture to it that just makes it so sturdy and pretty. So I'm going to show you the prints that are in here. Okay, so now I think these are some repeats, and yes, so I guess I got repeats of all of them, but look at the cute sticker sheet that you get with this collection pack. So my goal in this series is to use up what I have, so I really want to try and use up everything here. Let's see how we do. So I decided that I want to make some chubby, cute little size journals with this paper collection to send out to my pen pals and to pass out to my family and friends. So this is just like my love language. I love to make stuff and give it to people, whether they're into stationery or scrapbooking or not. I just love to do it. I hand out to my coworkers. I have certain pen pals that I do write to often, and we swap things. And then, of course, I have my mom and sisters who love all things scrappy and stationery. So this is what I'm going to do. And there's a couple things that I'm going to bring in aside from this beautiful collection. And that is going to be this. So I have this plain white printer paper that I cut down around my craft fair series time. I used part of it. This was an 8.5 by 11. So I cut 6 inches off of this to use in another project. So these are the sheets that I have left, and these happen to measure 8.5 by 5. And so we're gonna make little books with this paper. I just thought, why not utilize it? It's like super smooth, and I use I'll link the paper that I use below. It's a little bit thicker and smoother than your normal super thin copy paper, but it's still just your regular printer paper. Okay, so I'm going to be back in just a second to show you how to cut down your paper. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to cut down and break down each 12 by 12 sheet. The first thing though is to make what I'm making, which are these little mini journals. You're going to need 10 sheets of this copy paper for each journal. So this, like I said, measures 8.5 by 5. Take your 12 by 12 sheet, and the first thing you need to cut down is a piece that measures 8 7/8 by 5. So this is the bottom of my page and this is the top. So that is when I want to cut the 5 inches off, because this part's going to be going up and down. So here's the 5. Then cut this down to 8 7/8. So the 8 7/8 is the 1/8 inch mark right before 9 inches. So right there would be 8 7/8. So this is, it gives you this scrap and you can set this aside. And the next one you're going to need is going to measure 5. So do it again the up and down way. So the bottom is here on the right and on the left is the top. So cut that down to 5 inches again. And this is going to be 8 1/2. Again, save this scrap. So then you just take this leftover strip and cut it down to 2 by 12. You just need to cut it at 2 inches, which basically just cuts off like the little branding strip. So these are the sheets that you come up with out of the 12 by 12 paper. This one here is the 8 7/8 by 5. This one is 8 1/2 by 5. And those are really the only two you're going to need. And then you have the scraps. So for this project, you're only going to need these two here. So I'll put the rest of them aside. And our 10 pieces of copy paper. I'm going to count out 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this part is optional, but I'm going to take my We Are Memory Keepers corner rounder and I'm going to round all the corners with my 1/4 inch side. So I'm just doing 5 at a time there. And then I'm going to take both of my scrapbook pieces and round those corners. It just gives it like a finished look, plus it protects the edges from getting bent. So let me do this one. And that's going to be the cover of the journal. So next you take your 5 sheets and fold them in half. And kind of crease them down good with your bone folder. Make sure they're pretty even, the edges here. So I'm just going to fold those in half. And I'm also going to take my 8 1/2 by 5 piece and I'm going to fold that in half this way on the other side. Since these are double-sided, I'm going to choose this side to show. Although both sides will show, because what you're going to do is sandwich all of these sheets inside this. And a little bit will hang off, but that's okay because this isn't your cover. This is your cover. This is just going to be a nice little piece inside your journal to give it more interest. So then you're going to take your last 5 pieces and round the corners just like you did on the others. Same thing with this. After you round the corners, fold these in half as even as you can. Crease it down pretty good. And then just open this up to the center and you're going to wrap this around that decorative piece. So now this is the guts of your journal. So just set this aside for a second and take your 8 7/8 by 5 piece and just fold that in half. And I'm going to use the pretty pink floral page for my cover. So I don't crease this part down with the bone folder. I just kind of give it a loose crease with my fingers. And that way these will fit nice and nestled in there. So then you just stick everything inside. And they're going to be flush with the top and the bottom because this is 5 inches. And you're going to have just a sliver of room here on the edge so those pages don't stick out. So open it up and find the middle. And you're going to make sure this is super straight. You can clip it here and here if you want. But this is where the long arm stapler comes in. So I have this one here, and this is awesome. It staples through so many pages. It's the best investment ever. One of my top tools in my craft room. And I'm going to link it below because it's not that expensive. Then you just take your little journal here, And you make sure, again, these are very straight, and then hold it with your hands, or if you want to clip it, you can do that. I like to make sure it's all completely straight. Slide it into your stapler. Find that crease in the middle. Crease, you're just going to staple near the bottom. Go eyeball it how far you want to go up, and then staple it. Then turn it around and do about the same distance as you did that bottom staple. And staple. Once you staple it, just press this spine down. Use your bone folder. Once you get it stapled and creased, it's like so satisfying to see what you've just created. Look at that cute little journal or notebook or whatever you want to call it. You can use this for anything, and look how pretty. And you've got your 5 pages here. And you've got the scrapbook paper in the middle, double-sided. And then you've got more paper. This is so beautiful. So there's more of the white paper. There's the center. And then when I get to the other side, I like to kind of crease those down. And then you've got 5 more sheets here. Here's the scrapbook paper. Love it. And then you've got 5 more here. So that's really a cute size. So it ends up being pretty chunky and cute, and those staples had no problem going through because the stapler is awesome. And we have our little journal made. So we're going to do a couple more things. I like to set something heavy on top just to let it kind of flatten out. Now I'm going to take the rest of my 12 by 12 sheets and cut it down to make some more of these journals. So I got all the rest of my paper cut down. I counted out the rest of my printer paper just to see how many more journals I could make. So I have enough for 10 more. So I cut down 10 more sheets of the 12 by 12, and I separated all of my paper into stacks of 10. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and assemble the rest of my journals and make them look like this. And I'll be right back to share all of those with you. So I wanted to show you really fast. I'm working on my last journal here. I'm going to show you all of them in just a second. But I wanted to show you a better way to staple these. I mean, you can do it the way I already showed you, but I just found a slightly easier way to do it. So, of course, make sure all your pages are straight. And when you stick it in there, kind of make it straight with the crease of your journal. And just staple, like I said, eyeball it where you want it. And then just leave it in there and slide it down and staple. Instead of taking it out and flipping it over, I find this much easier. So here they are. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I was able to make 11 journals with the paper that I had. Now I'm going to go through all the cut aparts and I'll show you what they look like. So there's this sheet, this one, and this one that go with the collection. And of course, I have 2 of each because I was super extra and I ordered more than I needed. But I'm going to go through and see this size here, the 3 by 4 size. I'm going to pick one for each journal and just simply embellish the front of each journal. So I'm going to do that now and I'll show you what I come up with. finished with all my cute little journals. I embellished them very simply with the 3x4 cards. I have a few left here that I can save. We'll talk about that in a minute, but I wanted to show you all the completed ones. You saw as I was creating them, I just kind of wanted to show you each one of them one by one more time. So here's this one, and then the inside looks like that. The cute little accent page in there.
Gravel road, I've been asked to slow down. Fireplace, do you know how? Piles of paper, my desk is out. Who will care for the world out? Rest with me, close to curtains, brew some herbal tea. Reach out for me, take my hand and lead even when I disagree. Oh, how I love when it rains outside, and it's okay to slow the ride. Discover books.
Okay, so those are all of my cute little miniature journals I made using the Botanical Garden Collection Pack. And as you know, I do have some scraps left over in various sizes here. And I do have a few sheets left, and I still have the sticker sheet along with the 2 ephemera packs. So I'm going to be creating something really special in the next video with all of those. And we're going to completely kill this collection pack with 2 separate projects. And I hope that you'll check that one out as well. It'll be up very soon. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this inspires you to get out your paper and make some cute little mini journals. These could work for anything. You could use them for memory keeping. You could put Instagram pictures in here. They're a perfect little square size. You could do gratitude journaling. You could use this for anything, lyrics, quotes. So these are super cute, and I hope that you're inspired to make some yourself. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, I'm now Lyric Lover Crafts here on YouTube and on Instagram. So I would love if you would follow me over there on Instagram and subscribe here if you haven't already. So I really appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you very soon in the next video. Bye! Hi guys, I'm just cutting into this video to show you, oh my goodness, I packaged the journals up. It's so satisfying how they look in these clear bags. Look how cute. They're all packaged. Sorry about the lighting. Let me... So I packaged them all up. They look so good. I love the size of these, the cute square chubby size. But anyways, I put them all in these clear bags, and I'll show you the ones I used. So don't worry about writing it down. I'll link it below and with my coupon code and everything, so you can go over and get these if you want to package up these journals and make these. So just wanted to share that with you.